What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and here we are again, back again to talk about Silent Hill 2 Remake, and this time, a message directly from Bloober Team. They dropped it in the middle of the day on Sunday, and it's an interesting message, and you'd probably expect nothing less from the developers of this game or just from this game itself, right? You can't get anything that's absolutely direct or coherent that makes full-on sense, but what this message does is kind of weird to me. There's a lot of people questioning why they even did this, and we'll talk about that. But the thing that stands out to me is really them putting Konami, not on blast, but them saying, hey, if you're going to ask these things, maybe direct it towards them, / when Konami is ready to talk about it, we'll talk about it. And so to me, it's more like, hey, we've been asked a lot about this, but we're not in control of when we can show this thing off. That's on somebody else. And that's true. And I think that's been something that has probably held them back for, not like in terms of like technical or like they can't make the game, but I think they've probably been able to show this game off for a while now, and it's all just in Konami's court as to when it happens. So let's read this, and we'll point out there's a couple times they like make things bold, and that's kind of interesting as well, but we'll read it and we'll talk a little bit more about it. As Bloober Team, we are proud to be a part of Konami's plans for the Silent Hill franchise. Alongside our partner, we are diligently working to ensure the Silent Hill 2 remake attains the highest quality. On behalf of our development team, we'd like to clarify that the production is progressing smoothly and in accordance with our schedule. We understand that many players around the world are eagerly anticipating news about the game, and we appreciate your dedication. However, we kindly ask for a bit more patience. Once Konami, as the game's publisher, shares more info, we are confident that the wait will be worthwhile. Thanks for your understanding. So, a couple things going on here, and I generally get it. They are probably being bombarded nearly daily, maybe daily just in general, on the status of this game, right? And so I think it's fair to kind of just put out an update. Now, the update pretty much is like straightforward, right? There's nothing, that they're not ahead of schedule, they're not behind schedule. They literally say this is exactly where they thought they'd be, and it's exactly where they are, right? And that's it. That's where they're at. And then, like I said, that ending, that final paragraph, if you can call it that, but the last couple sentences, they, it's not, I guess, throwing Konami under the bus, but this is probably as close as you get, where they directly state, hey, the publisher, Konami, wink, wink, they're the ones who control these things. When they're ready to share info, you guys will like what you see. But until they share info, we can't show you anything. And I really think that's all of this message, does. Now, we've talked about rumors and leaks and news every step of the way on this freaking game, and I think people are still very, very excited. Remember, it's probable, I won't say like it's entirely, likely, but I think there's a pretty good chance that this game would come out the first half of next year. There's been rumors to suggest, like the springtime for it anyway. So I do think 2024 is when we get it. I think eventually, in the next couple months, we talked actually about could this game be at the Game Awards? And there's a whole video, I made on that, but to condense it if you guys didn't watch it, it's tough because, I don't know about Jeff Keighley, the relationship with Konami, right, after what they did to his BFF, Hideo Kojima. So that one's tough, and I think a Silent Hill transmission just makes more sense. So I think we're still waiting on that. I really do. And I think that makes sense, like we've said, right, because that's on Konami specifically, to arrange that event, to go to the developers, to get their sizzle reels and, and whatnot, put it together and show it. That's on them. And, you would think that they would really want to do it and want to do it sooner rather than later because of the, what I think to be failure of Silent Hill Ascension, that weekly episodic thing. I don't think that is a success. I don't see anybody talking about it. I don't see anybody happy with it. I feel like it kind of just came and went, even though literally it's ongoing, like it's still going on right now. So I feel like if I were them, I'd want to get eyes on something people, are really, really passionate about, which, no disrespect to the developers, but there doesn't seem to be an insane amount of interest on Silent Hill Ascension. And honestly, there's probably not going to be that much interest on Silent Hill Townfall, right? The more indie-style game. Silent Hill F and Silent Hill 2 Remake, right? These are the big ones. So you'd think sooner rather than later you'd want to show these two things off. But let me know what you guys think about the message, what it means, in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel. Obviously, if there's any news, rumors, or leaks on Silent Hill 2 Remake, I cover them all on the channel. Thank you all for being here, and I hope to see you all on the next one.